Good day and welcome to the first of a new video series. This will be charting the course of my creation of my first novel. It will be Genesis and the Zephaniah Chronicles. Now, as most of you already know, I did do my internship with Marvel Comics in 1990 under Gregory Wright. I learned a lot, and for the past 2 decades or so, I've been focusing on creating role playing games and doing digital comics. I've caught the reboot bug that both DC and Marvel exemplify by just restarting over and over again. This novel seeks to stop that. Right now, I have all the ideas up here, and I want to finally put them in the paper. So, the plan is this will be the first of a trilogy of novels. This one will focus on Zephaniah, the next one will focus on Nikki Asia, and the last one will focus on Gabriel. These are the three core characters in my universe, and there will be, you'll see the others in their respective novels. So you can rest assured that Gabriel and Nikki Aja will appear in this first one. Now, since writing is a journey, this video series will show the progress weekly, worst case scenario bi-weekly, but my intention is to start out weekly, of how a novel is created. So with this video that's been posted on YouTube, I have also included the link of my novel manuscript so far. Right now, what it is a compilation of the first 4 chapters that have been published in some form or another, either on my own site or through Cyberlight Comics. So you can see where I'm starting. Now, my goal for next week, I will heavily edit the raw data that I have from my earlier comics, because one thing to really note is that novels are far different animal than a episode in a comic series. Just looking over the text, I see that I need to reduce perhaps from really long, convoluted sentences that need to be excised. So that should be one thing that you'll see in next week's document. Also, something that I will be working on is introducing the central villain to the piece. Zephaniah, Shakira, Cassandra, Gideon are all pretty well established in my head. Liana, a new character that has not appeared in any of the earlier drafts. She grew up in the same orphanage as Zephaniah. Unlike him, she was not adopted early. So yes, this is kind of like a Catwoman styled character to serve as a fold with Shakira, creating like the classic triangle. My initial thoughts that instead of having extreme tension between the two, I'm going to have them reaching an early peace, so much so that in one chapter they're going to work together to rescue Zephaniah. I like to play homage to trends within the industry, but then put my own slant to it. One of the things that I've also noticed through years of reading comics is that the villain is a twisted mirror image of the hero. You look at Batman and his foes, usually all of them are dealing with some issue of insanity. I call it there but for the grace of God clause. So with Zephaniah, he's a Sonic. He was, orphaned. His best story is primarily about transformation. So a lot of his foes will be engineered or transformations go wrong. So yes, there'll be, people making pacts with, demons and becoming transformed, people trying to take the quick trip to power and success and seeing how sometimes it doesn't work out like we intended to. But right now I'm still kind of tossing it around. I am looking at the concept, and once I make the final decision of what will be his full type in comparison with Ciano and Nikki Aja, I will post a video about it. Now, I will also include my email address, my website, because you're actually going to the website to download the PDFs. But this journey is something that we're making together. Future videos will be longer than this one, but this is just the introduction saying, hey, this is the plan. Prior videos will be on YouTube. Prior manuscript versions will be on my website, so you can see the progress that's being made. I will talk about character creation next week. This one is just to see. This is the mission, and we're going to start adding the structure of writing and creating a novel and in the next coming episodes. One thing that I do want to note in closing, I take the approach to writing as a dialogue or as an interview. So I sit my characters down, Zephaniah, Shakira, etc., and I speak with them. I let them tell me their story in their own words. And that is what I've been seeking to portray in the comics, and that is what I'm also seeking to do in this first novel. So you're going to hear me times be frustrated and say, I can't hear their voice. That's what I'm referring to, because I spend a lot of time listening when I'm writing. I need to hear the story. I play out in my mind scenarios or how to handle the scene, and I seek to select the one that rings true. Of course, this does not prevent me from having to go back and edit and tweak and all that, but getting the truth of the character into the draft is essential. Because if it comes off as fake or odd or funny to you, it will come off more so for the reader. Okay, this is it for this introductory episode. Stay tuned next week. Oh, one last thing. Now, my intention is to record these on early Sunday morning. So, yeah, this most likely it's just going to be like the gray hoodie or the red hoodie. But since this is the first time, I got dressed up. I'm going back to my sweatsuits right after I finish recording. My intention is to have these posted no later than Monday afternoon. It gives some time to like process it, edit, tweak, or reshoot if necessary. All right. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to chatting with you next week.